What follows is a presentation of driving forces and trends, providing the context for the Institute for Leadership Studies to think about the vision for 2022. In a nutshell, the driving forces are using the acronym STEEP: social, technological, environmental, economic, and political. The summary shows that in the next 20 to 30 years that we will see a massive move to urban areas, with 3/4 of the population in urban areas by 2050. The rise of individual empowerment increasing, vast webs of social producers, and the redesign of education. In the technological scientific area, decrypting of the human brain, hacking space, massively multiplayer data, strange matter, engineered evolution, the maker's revolution. Information from the Institute for the Future. Environmental, we see 2 degrees of planetary warming by 2028. Water scarcity, loss of arable land for food production, superstorms, sea level rise, and China moving from 190 million cars on the road to 600 million cars by 2050. Under the economy, an energy crisis is predicted. The emergence of the BRIC, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and emerging markets will equal 30% in financial assets. Political power shifts to multiple networks and coalitions. The sources used for this discussion are from Shell Oil's 2050 scenarios for energy, from the Institute for the Future over the next 10 years, and Global Trends 2030 from the National Intelligence Council. Shell Oil predicted economic energy as being critical. Demand will double and triple. China's move from 190 million to 600 million cars on the road, and 3/4 of the world population will be urban. From the National Intelligence Council, the social demographic move to urban areas is demonstrated by this graphic from 2010 to 2030. Note Russia and Asia, and note South America. In terms of water scarcity, notice the areas in the Middle East, throughout India and the subcontinent. The rise of the BRIC, Brazil, Russia, India, and China. And from the Institute for the Future, looking at a world in transition through a move from a rural to a radically urban environment, from fossil fuel economy to a new energy paradigm, from large-scale manufacturing to lightweight, just-in-time production, from institutional wage labor to vast webs of social producers, from information overload to ubiquitous cognition, from humans as independent organisms to humans as microbial ecosystems. The 6 big shifts ahead, the big build-out as we build an urban environment that is half new by 2030, the big power shakeup as we struggle to define a vision for our energy future, the big shrink as we develop platforms for making things at ever smaller scales, the big value shift as we reorganize wealth around social production, the big mind as we embed not only information but our cognitive processes and social personalities in the cloud, the microscopic self as we re-identify with the human microbiome. The outer circles represent drivers in work skills for 2020, extreme longevity, a computational world, superstructured organizations, globally connected world, new media ecology, the rise of smart machines and systems. The inner circles of this cosmos show the skills that are required and where they take some of their value from. New media literacy, social intelligence, computational thinking, etc. More skills to consider. Second curve superpowers. These are mobility, influency, ping quotient, multicapitalism, protovation, open authorship, emergent sight, long broading, signal noise management, cooperation radar. I'll take you through those quickly. Mobility, collaboration on a large planetary scale for quick response. The world is your workforce. Influency, ability to be persuasive in multiple social contexts. High ping quotient, how easy is it to reach out and be reached in the network? Multicapitalism, including natural, intellectual, social, and financial. Protovation, fearless innovation, rapid iterative creation. Open authorship, creating content for public consumption, modification, and expansion. Emergent sight, this is important, able to see, respond to subtle events, signals. Long broading and signal-to-noise management, thinking in terms of higher-level systems, cycles, the big picture, seeing patterns and meaningful information in multiple streams of data. Finally, cooperation radar, who will work best in a collaboration of tasks.